Can't get that shit again.
I don't got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm about the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Mean up the phone like some scavengers. I know that them fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Shit, I done let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do it to get some attention. Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire, no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. The mood is the move. The only option not to lose. Hey,
this head, you ain't prepared.
I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walked the ass over here.
I ain't sorry.
Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You're tripping cause you think I stole your career.
I ain't sorry.
Hey, you ain't feeling me. No one.
I'm the king of rock. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To burn my kingdom, you must use fire. I won't start rocking till I retire. Holy shit. When will I retire? Someday. I'm kind of always retired. People are like, what do you do for a living? I was like, I just live, bro. I just work to live. I live to work. I eat blueberries and I'm not a jerk. I got my logo on my freaking shirt. I got my feet down in the dirt. I got all dust under my toenails. I got JoJo got a boat with one sail. Yo, guess what? So off top, here's some really good news. I don't know if you guys already know this or not, but in 2022, I was supposed to shipwreck myself off the coast of one of the Marshall Islands with my man Ojo, and he's a ship's captain. So first, what we got to do is we got to take a sailboat to the Marshall Islands, and then oh shit, I don't have my you wouldn't even know what the freaking show is. Let's just do this. Boom, we'll keep that one up so that people see it as they scrolling. Anyways, he's the captain of a ship, and the Marshall Islands are home to some hydrogen bomb tests that the United States government did. And those hydrogen bomb tests created a large amount of toxic waste. So what the United States government did is they dug a big ass hole in the sand on the Marshall Islands, and they poured all the toxic waste into it, and they put a cement lid on it. And then they expected the sea level was never going to rise. Guess what? The sea level's rising. So as the ocean goes across the top of the containment unit, it leaches out toxic waste every wave. A little bit of toxic waste is leached out into the oceans. So me and the ship's captain, we are going to go to the Marshall Islands. Man, how crazy is life? Look, I was already planning on sailing the South Pacific in 2022. That was already on my list. And then the homeboy, look, I was going to have Karen be my first mate. I was going to be the wackest captain on some Joe versus the volcano looking shit. I was going to be the ship's captain, and I was going to have Karen be my first mate. And we would have been the wackest crew ever since that when that parrot that wanted to be a sailor and his first mate was the little turtle, and then they got stuck in the storm. Do you remember that? And the parrot was dying, and the little turtle had to save him, and he cried for his mama, and his mama came running. So Ojo shows up in my house, and he says to me, "Yo, G, I got a plan for you." I was like, "What?" Because that's what I usually do. Didn't need to add that part to the story. Sorry. Yo, what's up, kid? If y'all can't see, I'm in some kid's room right now, taking over his stuff. So he comes in my house and he's like, "Yo, I need a sidekick for the Super Mish." And those are like, that's my love language right there, Super Mish. I will sidekick with anybody doing dope shit. So, anyways, he told me about the Marshall Islands. I was like, all right, only if we can go to Micronesia too. I was like, okay. Now I'm going to get to go to Nan Madol. Okay. So anyways, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jesse, God damn it. Will you stop for 1 minute? Will you just slow down? Will you stop being so extra? I can't. I honestly can't. I have one speed. And it's peanut butter sandwiches. Little cups I stole from a motel, just in case I got to be on the lookout for anybody. Eating blueberries that weren't even supposed to be for me. I think they're supposed to be for a kid. How can I tell? Because there's like a Go-Gurt. Nobody lets adults have fucking Go-Gurts. Oops, sorry. I'm in a kid's room. I'm not supposed to say the F word. You know what's funny is every time I say I'm not supposed to swear around a kid, their parents always go, "Oh, it's fine. He hears way worse." I'm like, are you devaluing my role as a role model? Because please don't. I'm a role model, and I want kids to look up to me because I talk weird and I say crazy stuff, and they're always going to remember, like, remember that one guy we met? Yeah, remember when he told us to brush and floss? And he's like, yeah, I've done it every day since. Boom. I understand the impact. So Ojo just dropped in my email some correspondence from the Marshall Islands that says they are open to the idea of us fake crash landing a sailboat on the Marshall Islands and then us having to just survive on the Marshall Island, on an abandoned island. We just have to survive. We got to compete against the bugs, the mini hoonies, the wild hogs. So yeah, I just got that news right before. And guess who else I just talked to right before? Greg freaking McKelvey. He was like, "Yo, help me figure out how to get Kudokins." Seriously, if you don't have Kudokins at this point in the game, you're just kicking yourself in the urethra. You don't need anybody else to come and sabotage your life. You're doing it yourself. You don't need nothing. Like, the lowest form of financial commitment is what you need. You can just go get a MetaMask wallet and get some Kudokins for like $10, $5, $1. You can buy a lot of Kudokins for $1. Okay, back to the nuclear island. So yeah, I just got that information, that correspondence in my inbox. I haven't even got a chance to read that yet. Greg is getting Kudokins. I am getting closer to the goal for the property on the island. Oh, it's still so sketch. I got anxiety. Why did my dream property have to become available at the exact same time as the Kudokin drops and just pull everything? And I'm like, no, they go together. Okay, so here's your reminder that if you want stuff like this in your own life, all you have to do is just really focus on it. Like, focus on like a level of focus that you're probably not familiar with focusing, because there's a lot of things that can distract you, like books and girls. But if you stay focused and just eat peanut butter sandwiches every day and look straight ahead and don't even know who you're sitting next to on the bus, then someday you will get a spaceship. And then on the spaceship, you can get a laser. And you can just go blast anybody you don't like. And what are they going to do? Jump really high and punch your spaceship? Oh, you just do it. Just focus. Start the one thing and turn it into the other thing. And then let that grow into this one thing while you're doing this other thing. And then when both of those pop, I try to tell the world. They said, show us your garden. I was like, I can't show you my garden, but I could show you a shitload of starts I got started. I can show you a shitload of starts, man. Yo, I'm blessed to COVID for giving me the extra time to dedicate to not leaving the house, getting my goals accomplished. That's pretty cool to me. Okay, there's your update for the day. Today, Josh Larsen is going to join us. I shouldn't have buried that headline. I should have started the show with that instead of the Run DMC, but I can make up for it right now by telling you if you use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits on standupandfightback.bigcartel.com, you can get whoa. Ah, damn. Somebody needs to go to the pool. Use the promo code Coffee and Bong Hits on standupandfightback.bigcartel.com, and you can get free shipping. I'm not lying. Also, don't forget that Sick Mullet Fashion Eyewear now has. Oh, I'll let them tell you. Hey, it's me, the guy from Sick Mullet. We got a new location by the Birkenstock place in Lincoln City. Not that close to the Birkenstock place, but kind of close. Close to the ocean. Okay, shop there. Tell them about Kudokins, and you can get a discount of some sort. I don't know. We don't have a commercial. I shouldn't have done that. Now people are going to not want to shop. No, people are going to not want to shop at his show because they're going to be like, shop at his shop because they're going to be like, I was going to shop there. And I've seen that commercial spot that Jesse ran, and it was so effing bad that I just made up my mind right then and there. Not only was I not going to shop there, I was going to give him a bad Yelp review. Okay. So look, yo, here's your reminder. Go buy Kudokins. Oh man, I almost just smoked. You sure? Yeah. Oh, okay. It is legal. And here's your reminder. Don't forget, with the weather getting warmer, the Tinder getting more tindery, don't forget to get yourself some Antifa insurance. Hey guys, it's me, Jesse Spomberg, with a hot tip for you. If you're like me and you live in a rural community next to a lot of dry trees and there's tinder everywhere, you know the number one concern this time of year is Antifa. When Antifa comes and starts a forest fire in your neighborhood or tries to steal your RV or your favorite donkey, who are you going to turn to? Turn to my friends at United National Antifa Insurance. They'll get back your donkey, your four-wheeler. They'll replace any damage to your single wide, your double wide, your wowza, triple wide trailer, and give you a low deductible. Don't rely on your local militia to get your stuff back for you. Go to my friends at United National Antifa Insurance and make sure you protect your property. Yeah! I'm so glad I don't finish the hot in that commercial. Yo, here's one more plug, and then Josh Larsen should be joining me any second, but let me get this out. If anyone can spot the potential for a renaissance, it's a Renaissance era gondola driver. Yo, G, what's the dopest cryptocurrency out there, man? Say word. That's great. That's so crazy that Renaissance era gondola driver just knew Just new. Yo, I can help you later, Adam. Or ask Ojo. He's buying some today too. The whole world's buying Kudokins. One person at a time. That's fine, man. It's fine. It's easy. It's hard, but it's easy. And it's something you got to learn anyways. Remember, things are like a pizza. If you look at a pizza, that shit is super complicated. But if you take a breath, look at that pizza again, you realize, well, shit, that's just tomatoes. That's just olives. You know olives, right? That's an onion. You're not scared of onions. It's just some freaking bread with a bunch of cool stuff that you already know on it. So then when you start looking at it like that, you're like, oh. And then you pick up some skills. And then you can pick up free money from dummies. Because there's a lot of people in the world trying to give away their money. You know who's not trying to give away his money is Josh Larsen. But he is trying to give away some tickets. See what I did there? I had no idea I was doing that until I was halfway into it. Yo, let's just bring Josh up. Add to stream Josh Larsen. I don't like that one. I like this one.
Hey, good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm man. Do you know how hard it is to be Jesse freaking Sponberg?
Dude.
Some days I just want to go work at the box factory.
Yeah, man. It looks like you got a ton going on. Holy cow.
It's cool. It's just a pizza, right? It's just tomatoes and olives and onions. That's what I got to keep telling myself. But every day I have to learn some new stuff that I did not, not only did I not know it, I didn't even know it was a thing. They're like, what do you know about this thing? I'd be like, I've never even heard of this thing. It's like, okay, we have about a day to figure it out. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, shit. Do you know that I'm meeting an escrow person today? I have to sign some paperwork. Holy crap. I completely forgot about that. I just remembered. Hey, how's the slip and slide?
Oh, slip and slide's great, man. We got to play a little bit in it yesterday and lounge in the pool. It was very nice. Enjoying some of this sunny weather. It's cool.
Anybody with a hang glider show up?
Nah, no hang gliders this time. We stuck to the backyard for the slip and slide.
Before we get into anything else, tomorrow night you are in Portland's Funniest Person contest.
Yeah.
Hey, and for those who don't know, Josh is actually super funny. He always has to be the designated driver on this show, so he doesn't wild out, but he is a really, really funny person. And I thoroughly enjoy his comedy. So tell him, Josh.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, 8 p.m. at Helium Comedy Club is Portland's Funniest Person contest. And I got 2 comp tickets for somebody who listens to the show, somebody who wants to go. Besides getting to see the amazing me, which is going to be fantastic, my set's on point. Lance Edwards is going to be there. Jake Silverman is performing as well. Jaron George, some of the best in the city, all in one night. So if there is anybody in Portland who wants to go, I got 2 tickets. You just got to put something in the message board, and they're yours.
Is Wendy Weiss going to be there?
No, she's already moved on. She's already in the semis.
Can we just ask her to be there, please? Yeah, you're going to have to make it to the semis so that we can show up on the same night as Wendy Weiss. And I'm like, Wendy, what are you doing here? That's weird. Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, man, good luck. 3 people advance, right?
That's right. 3 out of 10. And I'm not going to lie. I feel like, to me, Jake and Lance are 2 for sures. They're amazing comics.
Right. So we got to take out Jaron George.
Right. So there's a bunch of us fighting for one other spot. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of great comics in the city that I have no idea who they are. So that's the other nice part is there's a bunch of names on the list I don't know, and they just may be Salem guys or something, but are still going to be hilarious. So it should be fun.
Hold on. Wait. We got a scandal brewing right now. Salem guys in Portland's Funniest Person contest?
Yeah, I mean, it branches out as Portland in general. The Portland scene includes Eugene and some of the Salem guys. Absolutely. For comedy purposes, it has to.
But what if you're not even the funniest person in Salem, but then you win Portland's funniest person contest, and then you have to move?
Nah, man, the contest is designed to make sure that doesn't happen. There may be like a Salem that'll move on to a one round, but they ain't gonna win.
There? Oh shit! Why?
I mean, not to be that guy. It's just Portland. The city comics are a step up in most. If you go broad, now you're making me make this statement. We in the city are funnier than people out in Salem. I'll just throw it out that way. It's Portland judges, it's Portland audiences. So city people know how to work with the city people. That sounds horrible. Now I'm going to get a bunch of flack for that. But
did you know Salem was a city?
Yeah, but not like a city like Portland. Salem's a fun little place. You take your grandma when she comes to visit the town. That's about it. You drive by, hey, look, it's the Capitol, and that's all it's for.
Isn't that weird that it looks like you're going to drive right to the Capitol and then it makes you turn? You're like, that's your Capitol, just like on a little S curve. Oh, what they should do is they should have sub tournaments, right? Like Eugene's funniest person tournament should send 2 combatants to the Portland one, right? And then Salem should. Man, I tried to do that one time with Food Wars. There were these rappers that wanted to be in Food Wars, and I was like, you 10 are going to have to fight for 2 slots. And then that works good because I raised a whole bunch of extra food on another day.
There you go.
All right. Okay, Josh, I don't like the police. And I think that's the nicest thing I've ever said about them. But I also don't like deplorable insurrectionists. So I think, we got a couple minutes before the bottom of the hour. How crazy is our country right now that we just have these cops going up there sounding so weak and telling these stories and just getting mopped by these other people I hate. I don't have anybody to root for. There's nobody to root for. If there's a cop and a deplorable fighting each other, I'm going to go take a cigarette break. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. I'm going to go shopping at Walmart. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to go swim in polluted water. I'm going to do anything but give a shit about a fight between a cop and a freaking Proud Boy, right? Let them eat each other.
We're learning this throughout a lot of this, that in life, there's not always a winner and a loser in situations. Sometimes it can just be 2 losers. And I think that's something that happened at the Capitol. And I'm one where I am not an all or nothing kind of person. In life, you're going to run into dicks no matter where you go, right? No matter what city you go to, what job you have, you are going to run into dicks, but it doesn't mean that everybody's a dick. And so I am one of those where with the cops, I think that it is great that they are coming out and looking as weak as they are. But I mean that also in a way, it humanizes them more. It also humanizes these we have to remember that throughout all this other stuff, there are good people out there always trying to, in every situation, there's at least a good person trying to do the right thing.
Look for the helpers.
Right, in the insurrection, there was the one officer who led the group down different stairs away from areas so he could get to backup and get to safety. Right, so there was a person doing a good thing out there trying to help. So to see these officers now look so weak and humanizing them more, it does allow us to maybe be able to see that there are some goods in every little group. Not saying there's a majority, not saying there's a lot. I'm saying there's a few.
They just haven't got to them yet. That's like saying in a zombie movie, there's a couple people that are not zombies yet, but
eventually Rick's going to become a zombie.
that's like the baby shark. Like he hasn't eaten anybody yet. Like he was just born 1 minute ago. He will. No, and I think that everything is situational, right? I think in every situation you can be the good guy or the bad guy, no matter what you woke up as, right? Like you could, in that moment, you could have some great redemption moment where this come to Jesus moment where you're like, shit, I wasn't taking it seriously. The part that's really crazy is that people are just denying it, from Donald Trump to current sitting politicians, congressmen and women, and people that are running for office, people that are in comment threads, people that might possibly be at your workplace are denying it. How close to Nazi Germany is that?
That's what I think makes the scariest part. And when you hear a lot of people say, like, how could you compare Trump to Hitler and all that, it's like, because of these sort of things, because of the following after the fact that's still there. The scariest part isn't that people will go cause an insurrection to me. The scarier part is the fact that there are people there saying that insurrection didn't happen, when there's footage, when there's so much proof and so much evidence. It was the world saw this happen. You can't say it didn't happen. But we're still electing people that are saying it happened. That's the scary part. It means we're not done. It means there's still a chance that he can come back, or this I don't know, hubbub could all come back and turn into Nazis again.
There's a similar phenomenon, and you have to be really careful about comparing anything to the Holocaust. But there's still a percentage of people out there that deny the Holocaust happened, right? There's actually like a phrase for those people. I'm not even going to say it because I would hate for the algorithms to even hear me say that. But there really are people out there that write books, and there's a whole conspiracy line, and it's the same patterns of denial. I don't want to get too much into the weeds on that, but it is an amazing phenomenon. Okay, so look, it's the bottom of the hour. This is where I remind our podcast listeners how much we love you, and I apologize that you can't see Red Panda, but if you missed yesterday, we figure out that sometime a traveling witch, we don't use the word gypsy anymore, a traveling nomadic witch lady that smelled like olive oil probably told her that she was going to grow up to flip bowls on her head. And she said, I don't know what you're talking about, lady, but my parents are going to be home. You have to get out of here. So this is Coffee and Bong Hits. I am Jesse Sponberg. That is Josh Larsen, who we're hoping is at least the third funniest person this week in Portland. I mean, bro, I bet you got some shit. Shit.
I've been working on it. This is I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be doing a joke that I did the second open mic I ever did, and have worked on it for the 3 or 4 years that I've been doing stand-up. So I'm pretty happy, pretty excited about this.
Unleash the beast. We'll be right back. You know, one time I heard somebody say something. This is Coffee and Bong Hits. I'm Jesse Sponberg. That's Josh Larsen. One time I heard somebody say, man, I'm going to murder the quote. Let me paraphrase it. Why is Why can't black people ever have an off day?
That's a deep philosophical question on that one.
You know, society makes so many excuses when a white woman fucks up, or when a white dude acts like Dave's Killer Bread or whatever. But then if a black person even just like crack in their character for a moment, I'm speaking specifically of Simone Biles and the Olympics right now, and not. So she withdrew from the Olympics, and it's a little bit unclear whether she did it for physical or mental health reasons. It seems like the two are kind of the same, but the comment section is reliably and predictably disgusting, equating that to Black Lives Matter, to George Floyd, to Colin Kaepernick. And it's just so I don't even as a white person get to own any of that fucking anger, right? But it's so frustrating for me to just see it and have to process it within my own spectrum of anger, right? I have the privilege to be able to detach from that if I so choose, but that shit makes me so mad. It makes me so fucking mad.
And the worst part is a lot of those people are missing the point. Simone Biles withdraws for mental health reasons to take care of herself. And then all these people want to equate it to everything else, but it's like, that's why she needs the mental health break. She is not trying to, at the time, go out and she is trying to go out, do some somersaults, 4 or 5 backflips in a row, and get 10s. That's what she's trying to do. And everything else gets wrapped up and becomes so much more. I'm excited to see these athletes take the mental health days and to take the mental health breaks to walk away from some of this because it's something athletes didn't used to do. And it's also something that we're seeing now in the later on times that athletes are having a lot of issues after the fact because of all the mental health damage they take while competing and playing in their games. This is, I think, for the sports world, it's not the greatest. For people, this is fantastic. Simone Biles is one of those people that can step up and say, hey, I'm doing this for mental health reasons. I need to take care of me and me first. And I appreciate that. I think the more it happens, the less of the haters we'll see on the comments. I think right now this is what we do. We spew hate in people's comments. That's what TikTok is. Half of what TikTok is just spewing hate. But the more we keep moving forward, I think the less of it we'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit. I don't think you should get to have mental health days at the Olympics because it's the Olympics. There's not going to be another one next week. You can process your pain or your anger next week, right? I mean, we know that 90% of sports is mental. You have to be mentally strong to even get there. So to pull out strictly for mental health reasons, I'm not really supportive of, but also guess what? Not my life. Don't give a fucking shit about it, right? That's the other thing that drives me crazy is why do these people give a shit about shit like this, man? Like, not the Olympics. I get the Olympics. But why disparage that young woman? Like, what does a person get out of that in their own life that even gravitates them to commenting in news sections? I'm not saying I don't comment in news sections, but if I do, it's funny, right? Like, I'll just make a joke or I'll contribute, right? But these people who get this weird satisfaction from just tearing people down But what the fuck does George Floyd have to do with Simone Biles?
I mean, like you said, a lot of black people don't get to take a day off, you know? And so, unfortunately for Simone Biles, a lot of what she does in the next year or 2 or 4 years is going to be connected to that. I mean, we have other athletes that end up going to get connected as well. You know, a lot of basketball players were taking a big part in it. Steven Jackson is like the godfather for his daughter. And so sports are always going to get connected in, unfortunately. It's a great divider of our country.
Okay, so then I guess the next question that's prodding at me is, do you support an athlete going up and turning their back to the flag on the medal trophy, on the medal podium?
No, you chose to go to the Olympics. You made your choice to go. And part of it, you know, I'm a traditional guy. So there are certain things that there's tradition. There are unwritten rules. And for me, you stand up there, you take your medal, you do the thing with the flag. You don't got to drape it over you. You don't got to salute it, but you got to stand there. You got to face it just like everybody else, the way that they do it. You know, I think that, is it a great opportunity to protest? Absolutely it is. And it's going to be seen worldwide. And so I get why it's done. But you made the choice to go to the Olympics under the team of USA or whatever country it is that you're going there. So follow the rules, get your medal, and then when you get back, you can, you know, you're not under their rules.
What do you think is the difference between that and mental health? Like, isn't it kind of the same thing?
I think it is. I guess, I mean, you're right. You have to be mentally strong to get to the Olympics, to go there. You've gone through, you know, traveling from USA to Tokyo. You've gone through all that. I think that, you know, maybe the mental health thing for me, I guess I just really can connect with somebody needing to stop something major in their life because of mental health issues. You know, I have anxiety like that drives me crazy on a daily basis. And it's something that I deal with. And because I do a 9 to 5, I don't always get to just take a day off and call a mental health day. So one, to see somebody be able to do that, I'm jealous. And so I find it great. But also, I don't know, Simone Biles has got a lot more than just the Olympics on her head right now. She has a lot more than just competing in gymnastics like she usually does. Like you said, Black Lives Matters is getting thrown into every comment that she's attached to, or every picture that she has. There's a lot more of, you know, a lot more than just her ability that's being mentioned right now.
All right, let's let that breathe for a minute. It is supposed to be 10:35. That means we're supposed to be playing some cool live music to keep everybody jiving. Let's do this. And this is what I'm feeling like right now. You're going to be like, what the F? But, yo, it's cool with me. So I hope it's cool with you. This is 10:35, brought to you by the Kudokan token. Y'all thought I forgot? I know the name of it.
From the racks and the stacks is the best on wax. Another double gold rolling twin spin sound sandwich. From Lucy to Joy, Jimmy to Bobby, and all the kids in the park for Boulevard driving. Gold! Moving up the fast 40 to the 1 tune on the Team 2 Top 10. The Moving up the fast 40.
What the hell just happened? Hold on. There we go. It's all I want.
Like a rose. Everybody knows. She'll get you in touch. You can, but you better not touch. What? Poison ivy. poison ivy. Late at night while you sleeping, poison ivy comes creeping around, round, round, round. She's pretty as a daisy. Look out, man, she's crazy. Really do you in if you let her get under your skin? Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you sleep, poison ivy comes a creeping around, round, round, round. Bees will make you bumpy, bumps will make you lumpy, chicken pox will make you jump and swing. A common cold will fool you, whooping cough and flu, but poison ivy, Lordy, to make you itch, you're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. You're scratching like a hound. Oh, the minute you start to mess around. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you sleeping, poison ivy comes creeping around, round, round, round. Bees will make you bumpy, bumps will make you lumpy, chicken pox will make you jump and twitch. A common cold will fool you, whooping cough and flu, but poison ivy, Lordy, to make you itch. You're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. Scratching like a hound. Oh, the minute you start to mess around. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you sleeping, poison ivy comes creeping around, round, round, round. La 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 la.
You see them old dudes with the kick jump right there?
Killing it.
That was awesome. I
I never heard that song, man. That's a good song.
You never heard that song?
No.
You don't know the Coasters? Man, I love the
Downloading them after
Coasters.
this.
They're probably from like the 40s, yo. They make cool music. You probably heard like yakety yak, don't talk back.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Okay.
There you go. That's the Coasters.
Okay.
Yeah, they got some cuts, man. Lay back. They say a lot when I was by saying a little. And apparently they do kick jumps. And I don't know what the hell Corey Casburn is talking about. A Lieber and Stoller classic. Smokey Joe's Cafe is one of my favorite shows. I have no idea what the hell that meant. Yo, hey, what are you wearing, Josh?
Oh, I got little What the F is Lady Like, one of their new shirts that you can get on bonfire.com.
What? Look at that.
Heck yeah.
Wow. Hey, you guys, make sure you not only listen to What the F is Lady Like on your favorite podcast provider, but also get the merch. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some great merch up there too.
They need a coloring book.
Oh, man. That's a good idea.
So Corey says Smokey Joe's is a Broadway show based on their music. Oh man, how cool is that? Yeah, maybe there'll be a coloring book coming. We'll see. We'll get that. What the F is Lady Like? Hey, it looked like ADM wanted those tickets from you. So
Yeah.
man, I'll probably try to slide through tomorrow anyways. I don't support enough. But I had a chance to see Lance Armstrong and Jake Silverman. See, the thing
Lance
is,
Edwards. It's not Lance Armstrong. We're not doing fight race.
we're gonna have to check how many balls he's got. How many nuts you got, homie? No, but if you hang out by Jake Silverman, you might end up in a clip in the Willamette week. So you had to look out for that. Okay, well, so I'm just gonna let ADM get to you on his own. In the meantime, let's see what's on Twitter, man. Twitter time. It's Twitter time. I don't got a song for that. Okay, but I do have it already up. Add the stream. Boom. Coffee and Bong Hits. Twitter time is brought to you by Kudokin because freaking everything I do is. Whoa. The Klan's failed murder plot continues to haunt the target of it. Warren Williams and his family live with constant paranoia and fear the Klan will finish the job. Wow. The FBI is known for decades that white extremist groups' infiltration of law enforcement is a modern national security threat. Off-duty police officers marched alongside white supremacists in the insurrection.
Of course they did.
Oh, man. Yo, Florida is bad, G.
Dude.
Florida is bad. Like, I would move to Florida right now, but I'm scared of just having a cop just pull up behind me and just, like, I ain't scared of the, Yo, here's another quote. Can you read that, Josh?
Yeah. A baseball bat, a hockey stick, a rebar, a flagpole, including the American flag, pepper spray, bear spray. You had all these items and things that were thrown at us and used to attack us. Those are weapons, a U.S. Capitol police officer said.
Thank you. I didn't want to read that because it was a quote from a cop. I don't want to sound like a sucker. Yo, that's interesting. That's the proper way to use rebar in a sentence. Rebar.
Yeah, that one almost threw me off too. I'd never heard it like that before.
That's what I took from this. Ain't nobody to root for when two bad guys are fighting each other.
I wonder if you showed up with a hockey stick and you stand next to a guy with a piece of rebar, like you have to realize that guy's going to take this way more serious than you are. Like, you know?
Oh my God. Check this out. I have to stop this for a second. I have to tell you this story. So I have an aunt named Jan. She's not biologically related, but you know how those aunts are, right? She's up there in her years. She's had a bunch of operations, fell off a 30-foot cliff and laid in a bush for 9 days one time until some joggers found her. She's not all there, honestly. I love her. Bless her heart. She worked in the psychiatric field for a long time, though, right? Like, okay, let me just tell you this freaking story. So, about 6 weeks ago, I see on Facebook, she tells this story. She's at the light. She lives by Lincoln High School in a really nice apartment downtown. She's at the stoplight, and she sees one guy pull out a knife on another guy. So she gets out the car, and she goes up, and she shoves the one guy with the knife. And she's like, hey, you leave this other guy alone. And then I'm still not clear how she ended up with the guy's knife. But she's like, so I took the guy's knife, and then I was like, get out of here. And I was like, oh, my God. And then I was like, okay. Yesterday, I saw on her Facebook, she was in the tunnel of the highway, and there was a man in the tunnel. She was in her car. There was a man with no car who had a machete and a long-nosed pistol. And as she tells it on her Facebook, she gets out of her car, yells at the man, tells him about her dead son, and asks him what he's doing, what his problem is. Doesn't anybody love him? And does he need some weed? So she gave the guy some fucking weed and a bottle of water, and she sent him on his way, and he walked off the freeway and did his thing. So I called her last night, and I was like, listen, you have to quit doing this. And she goes, I didn't even tell you about the other one. Like, what are you talking about? She says, you know the YMCA up in Southwest with the track that's over by the hospital? I'm like, yeah. She's like, so I'm at the light, and this lady runs by with a meat cleaver, and she slices this guy right there at the stoplight. So I put my car in park, and I jump out, and I go up and I tackle her. And I'm like, you do what? She's like, so I tackle her, and I take her meat cleaver from her. And next thing I know, Jesse, I look down at my arm, and I have 11 little slices in my arm. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you never going to learn? Are you never going to learn your lesson? It's crazy.
Goes to show, man, no matter what, there's always a good person around trying to do the right thing. Though it may not always be the right thing, they're trying to do the right thing.
How nuts is that? Oh my God. Look, ADM just said, how do we connect? For those who don't know that, you know what? That's actually my fault. Shut up, stupid 13 on all platforms. I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million more before I'm dead, I bet. Or until we get new platforms, or until Shut Up Stupid 14 kills Josh. Also, while we're here, let's take this opportunity to plug Josh's podcast for anybody who pops in. I don't know. People listen to this show once in a while. It's weird. It's worth repeating. Tell us, Josh.
Yeah, the show's called Dying on the Inside, where me and my girlfriend Rachel, we talk with other comics and entertainers, what it was like to get through the pandemic and then just hang out.
Wait a fucking minute. How did that just slide in? Where, man?
Hey.
She just Yoko Ono'd you?
No, to be honest, I needed help, and so I made her come down and start doing it. I needed a producer. I needed somebody to be listening, and I'm not gonna lie, she writes half of my jokes anyway. So it's great to have her down. Yeah, I run everything I do by her first to make sure that it's a right idea or I'm doing something smart. And she'll let me know real fast and real honest whether it's good or not. So having her on the podcast has been great. I got a new episode coming out, I think tomorrow morning at 9 with AC O'Neal, as long as I finish fixing all my errors that I made on the last one.
The Virgin that used to play for the Lakers?
No, that's AC Green. This is AC O'Neal, a local comic, Portland comic. Guy's hilarious. He's only done it for a little bit, but he is in your face funny. It's nice.
Wait until we have to explain to Lance Edwards while we're checking his nuts. Like, it's a bit. It's a bit. Don't worry, it's a bit.
And ADM, hit me up. Send me an email at joshlarsencomedy@gmail.com, and I'll get you on the list. Just got to throw that out there. Got to help him out.
Josh Larsen Comedy.
Yeah.
Gmail. Let's go back to Twitter and see what's going on. President Biden's proposing a return to Obama-era vehicle mileage standards over 5 years. He's then aiming for even tougher anti-pollution rules. Why are we even... Can't we make enough electric cars right now? Do you have an electric car, Josh?
I got one of the hybrids. I got a Prius.
Man, you know, I feel like I feel like I know you, but sometimes I don't even know, but I just feel like I know the answer. Whoa. That AP story. This is a long story on Twitter from the Associated Press. It's about the Klan trying to kill a black man in prison. I'm just seeing the bits and pieces of it, but the AP took it over. Oh, look.
See, that looks amazing. It's a fruit hammock.
Yeah, so the bugs can eat both sides. That's awesome. No, now my fruit starts to get wet from sitting in the corner too long. It can just drip on the counter. Whoa. There's a fish walking on the bottom of the ocean. You know what? This is what I thought my show was going to be. I swear to God, when I launched Coffee and Bong Hits, they're like, well, what's your idea for the show? I'm like, bro, I'll just go through my Twitter and fucking find videos of fish walking on feet. I'll be like, we love it.
That's a beautiful
That's a good
fish,
pitch.
too.
You want to smoke a blunt? It is. You know, it's not beautiful. De Blasio. That's a beautiful kid. What are those people standing around for? Oh, they're getting vaccinated.
Schools are
Nearly
mandating it.
500,000. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at that. 500,000 households in New York City. Oh, 2.2 billion. Man, look, that's why I told everybody at the beginning of this pandemic, save your rent money. If you don't think you're gonna be able to pay that shit the whole way through, save what you got. So then you have a chunk right now, right? And you would be like, okay, I don't have everything I owe you, but how about if I give you $5,000? Your landlord would let you stay for $5,000.
Yep.
Guarantee it. Oh man, 54 migrants rescued off the Canary Islands. The rise in undocumented migrants is due to the impact of COVID on tourism in sub-Saharan Africa. Yo, who the fuck goes on tourism in sub-Saharan Africa unless you the Backstreet Boys got a new album out, it looks like. Oh look, I just think mental health is more prevalent in sports right now. We have to protect our mind and our bodies and not just go out and do what the world wants us to. Is there somebody that can replace her?
I mean, I'm sure that there is. I think they already got silver without her. That ended up finishing, I don't know, I think sometime last night. So they got silver without her.
Who do we lose to? Better not be nobody we hate.
Oh, dude, that part I don't know anymore. Probably Russia.
If it's Russia, if it's fucking Russia. Look, if it's Puerto Rico, cool.
It ain't going to be Puerto Rico. I can guarantee that one.
Oh, yes.
The left is interrupting the press conference. We need to end it.
Thank you. For those of you that really care about this process, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw here today is, again, the intolerant left. Here, I had to actually, here, I'll give those back now. So the whistle.
The people of this country, the answers to the question.
Left. How dare you be cool with that pedophile?
That's one of my favorite things, the intolerant left. The protesters are blowing that damn whistle. They're trying to block out that. So that press conference, we only got 2 minutes left, but that press conference was from all of the leaders of the deplorables. It was the worst of the effing worst. The only guy that wasn't there was Rudy Giuliani and Roger Stone, maybe. But Matt Gaetz was there, Marjorie Taylor Greene, a bunch of other nasties, and they wanted to have a press conference because they're calling the people from the insurrection political prisoners. Okay, Josh, tomorrow night's your big night?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. at Helium Comedy Club, Portland, Oregon.
Man, maybe tomorrow you can check in with us for just a couple minutes. Maybe we can watch you. Hey, just if you get a moment, I'll just shoot you the code in the morning, and if you just see it, you got a second, just pop in. Maybe drink some raw eggs. Do you have a workout regimen?
I do, yeah. I'm gonna make sure to get
what's your plan?
I get a solid half hour of shooting hoops in the front yard, clear the mind, make sure I'm ready to go. That's my basketball's my workout.
What's your diet going to be?
I don't know. That part, probably just have a nice veggie sandwich and then lots of vodka at the end of the night.
Yo, veggies and vodka. Nobody died for that shit.
That's right.
You should be blessed. All right, my friend. Good luck tomorrow, man.
Thank you.
Seriously, you're a funny dude, whether you win or lose. Maybe we'll do some Tanya Harding shit on Jake Silberman. He's pretty easy to find. He videotapes wherever he's at, so we can go get his ass. Yo, shout out to Jake and Lance. They're both Fight Church dudes, though. Mm-hmm. So
it's gonna be a great night.
Big team. Hashtag one big team. I bet I'll see you. Okay, man.
Cool, man.
Bye.